Hello everyone, welcome to your September 2019 pick a card reading. Welcome. Let's take a look. Firstly, how this works is we have 4 different piles of cards here. Each one has a stone bracelet on the top, and you pick whatever card pile is drawing you. Now you can go by the stone or you can go by the number, whatever works for you. So if you'd like to pause and really consider which pile to choose, then please feel free to do so. Pile number 1 has the Lapis lazuli stone. Pile number 2 has the amber stone. Pile number 3 has the malachite stone. And pile number 4 has the rock crystal or the quartz crystal. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the pile number 1, which is the lapis lazuli stone. These are general messages, of course, so please take what you can from them. Let's get started. Firstly, we have the lapis lazuli card, which is all about life-changing epiphanies and experiences. The message with this card is about that it's about change. It's about blessings, supporting your progress and learning and growing. The card signals that you're reaching a very pivotal moment when you may be making a life-changing decision, or there's some major life change going on around you here. You might have an epiphany that seems to turn your life upside down. Perhaps there is a truth being realized here, maybe about yourself, a relationship, health, career. Facing truths, of course, can be frightening, but it's also freeing. Lapis lazuli signals transformation. Transformation on a more spiritual kind of level. There is a feeling here of big and blessed change for you and being supported along the way. Now, when we talk about lapis lazuli, of course, it's this royal blue crystal. It's actually composed of several other stones, including calcite and pyrite. Now, it was crushed into powdered pigment in ancient times to paint images of Mother Mary. Lapis can initiate spiritual insights and realizations and help you discern and understand divine guidance. So, divine guidance being given at a time when you're going through a particular life-changing experience. So, the beautiful energy. Now, we'll pull 3 cards from the tarot as well. For you, we have the Empress card. Right in the center, we have the 8 of coins, and then we have the Page of Swords. Now, I like to start in the middle here and talk about the 8 of coins. I do feel that this is in relation to your work, your career, or your money circumstances. So here, it's about an epiphany, a life-changing experience, but it's through your own efforts. It's through your hard work. It's by you being dedicated to your task, focused, and putting all of your attention towards creating abundance in your life. I have you here as the Empress, whether you're male or female. There is an energy of using all of your creativity to create the kind of life that you want. I feel that in the past you may have been struggling in terms of choosing a life direction, a life path. But I do feel here in September, what you don't see coming towards you is the fact that by setting intentions and by focusing all of your energy towards a particular goal, efforts are starting to pay off for you. We have the Page of Swords, which tells me that you're not afraid to get out there and try. And I also feel that for you, it's about learning and about finding out all of the information that you need to have. The feeling that I'm getting around this is of you having all the information at your fingertips, readying yourself for success by putting in the hard work and knowing what you want to do. So that's the life-changing epiphany. That's the experience here, is knowing what you want going for it and having all of the information there, or if you don't have it there, it's finding out the information that you need and thereby being very well placed for future success. Now we also have 2 cards here from the Chrysalis Tarot. We have the 8 of Scrolls, and we have the card of Ravens, which in this deck is equivalent to the Magician. Now the 8 of Scrolls speaks about illusion, and it's about dealing with conflict and illusions of the senses. There's an Egyptian visionary on this card, and she's here to help you sort out any problems by reading these 8 scrolls. So again, information. Finding out information seems to be important. You might have sometimes found yourself caught up in some kind of whirlwind or drama in the past, but there's good news, because these scrolls promise a positive outcome. And the 8 of Scrolls asks you to be introspective and rid yourself of any kind of self-serving illusions, so things that aren't real. I think that's what you're cutting through here. You're cutting through what isn't real. You're getting to, well, you're getting clarity. You're achieving insight, and you're removing anything from your mind that isn't there to serve a purpose. Any fears, any doubts, anything that is not serving your future success. And with the card of Ravens, we speak about ravens being similar to magician energy, and in this deck it speaks about synchronicity as well. It has a lot to do with messenger energy. Ravens generate synchronicity in your life to help you become more mindful. The raven's message is to take care to see and catch these messages. So it's a heads up to keep a good lookout for synchronicity and not to let it pass you by unnoticed. Ravens also indicate that you're entering a new cycle in your life with exciting possibilities. So wonderful energy here. I think that you're going to receive some news, some information coming in. Something that was previously missing, and it's like it's the missing ingredient to your future success. It leads through your own hard work and diligence to you being able to create the kind of life that you want in the future. So it's really beautiful energy, and it's like it's a complete shift in your circumstances. It's very much something that you thought was going one way being turned on its head, but turned on its head for the better. Something that was not going well will start to move in a more positive direction. But it's not just happening because of luck. It has a lot to do with communication that you're receiving and you putting in a lot of effort towards achieving this goal. Now at this point, at this juncture, I like to stop for a moment and have you pause the video and consider a question that you would like to be answered by Spirit. So if you want to do that now, and then I will let you know when I am turning over the answer cards. So if you'd like to pause the video now. Okay, I'm turning over the answer card. The answer to your question is to let go. So whatever it is that you need to let go of, I feel for a lot of you, it has to do with illusions, things that are no longer applicable in your life, things that you can finally let go of, fears, doubts, insecurities. Now we'll pull over one more message for you. The overall message is one of affirmation for growth. Now with this one from the Everyday Witch Oracle, it is earth energy. So for this one, it's about, of course, growth. And you'll see this woman and her cat here. They're planting a garden. And growth is, of course, necessary for life. The opposite of growth is stagnation, and no one wants to be stuck, never moving forward. But growth takes effort, and I feel that that's what this is talking about. There is growth here, and it's an affirmation from Spirit saying that things are moving in the right direction because you've put a lot of effort towards it and you need to continue to do so. It doesn't happen by itself. You have to keep nurturing it, feeding it, whether it's body, spirit, or some part of your life, like a career or a relationship. It's really asking you what you want to grow and prosper in your life, and what are you doing to make that happen? Time to stop standing still. Any kind of project that you're working on, you have to give it a bit more energy, a bit more attention, to take a look at your life, see if it's moving forward in the ways that you'd like it to. If not, then it's about putting in more effort and seeing what you can do to change that. Are your relationships growing, blooming? How can you nurture them so that they do? So the card really is a reminder to, although that you're starting to see positive results, you have to keep going, you have to keep nurturing it, you have to keep encouraging growth in this particular circumstances. Okay, I'll be right back with pile number 2. Let's look at pile number 2, the amber stone. We'll start with the crystal angels. And for you, we have the card of ruby. Ruby is about the heart, reaching out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend the heart. So you might have gone through a period of heartbreak here, but the upside of this is that it is a time of healing. But really, what I feel around this is a card of tender loving care, following a loss or the ending of a relationship, a time of grieving, and you could use a little bit of extra care, I feel, which your guardian angels are giving you now. This could also be a sign to reach out for any kind of emotional support after a heartbreak as well. In some cases, it also can mean a physical heart as well, needing care and attention for some of you. So it may be a sign of a dietary or exercise change. It can also be a sign to connect with the sacred heart, the heart chakra. When we think about the ruby is of course that very lovely deep red gemstone, second only to diamond in hardness. So it symbolizes a very strong and healed heart. Rubies soothe and heal you physically, energetically, and emotionally. Now let's take a look at the tarot cards. For you, we have the Hermit. Right in the center, the 5 of coins. Okay. And the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Okay. So right in the center, the main focus here is the 5 of coins, or the 5 of pentacles. So is symbolizing a time where you may have felt rejected, left behind, feeling that more wintry, that colder energy, not feeling part of life or part of a loving relationship. But I feel with the Hermit there, you've had to spend maybe a little bit of time alone here, or you're going through that right now. But coming out the other side of this alone time, I see positive change on the horizon with this Wheel of Fortune. So it's a reminder that although you may be a little bit lonely right now, that things are going to change for you, that they won't always be in this more downward cycle of the wheel. The wheel is continually turning, so it's going to turn back in your favor very soon. Ruby, the card there, is of course letting you know that your heart is strong and your heart can get through this. Now let's pull some cards from the Chrysalis Tarot as well. Beautiful. We've got the Phoenix card, and we also have the Ace of Mirrors. Beautiful. Of course, when we speak about the Phoenix, it is of course the myth of the Phoenix, legendary Phoenix, rising from the ashes there. So you will rise again. It is a card of rebirth, judgment. After a time where you've gone through some difficulties, some stresses involving the heart, but it is about rising up from pain and hurt, and having another new experience. We have the Ace of Mirrors. Very similar energy to the Ace of Cups with the Ace of Mirrors. So it symbolizes feelings, of course, emotions. And as with all aces, the Ace of Mirrors heralds a new beginning. So The suit of mirrors reflects the watery currents of feelings, the tides of human emotions, the ebbs and flows. So same kind of energy that I'm picking up with this Wheel of Fortune, the ebbs and flows of life. Of course, we all know that things don't always go the way we plan, but realizing that your time will come again, that your time to have something go your way is on the horizon. So the Ace of Mirrors means either a possibility of new romantic love, and I also get good fortune around this reading as well. We have the turtle here, we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Phoenix, a lot of good creative energy, and I do feel that it is involving something brand new. A new project, a new love, a new career, coming out of a time where you felt isolated or alone, and rising up and being reborn, born again into something brand new and a new life. Now at this point I'd like to stop and have you consider a question to be answered by Spirit. Feel free to pause the video if you'd like to do that now. And then I will pull over the answer card from Spirit. So please consider your question, and then I will let you know when I'm about to pull over the answer card. Okay, I'm pulling over the answer card right now. And the answer to the question is no. So it may have been whatever question that you wanted to answer there from Spirit was something that is being denied you at present, but it's being denied you because there's something better. There's something more for you. The overall energy and the message from the spiritual realm here is from the Everyday Witch Oracle, the card of tears of joy and sadness. And you'll see this lady here, she's looking in the mirror, and she has her little cat there, and she has her goblet, and she is in tears there. It is a card of sadness, but it's also a card of realizing that this too shall pass. It is a feeling here of getting through this, of moving past the difficulties. Life, of course, is never easy, and there's no such thing as having everything completely go your way, but also there's no such thing as everything going badly, and it's remembering that even the best outcomes may come with a price, and even the worst outcomes can often have a silver lining. Loss and grief shows us the value and how lucky we were to have something at a particular time. The toughest challenges that we go through give us an opportunity to rise above, and I feel that that's what's happening to you here. It doesn't mean that the hard stuff isn't hard, of course it is, but you can find the positive side of even the worst events, and I feel that that's the call here. It will help you stay strong and keep moving forward. Maybe you can even inspire others who are dealing with their own difficulties to keep moving forward too. So it's an indication that you've been struggling with tough times, but you're coming out the other side. Either way, it's about staying strong, remembering that things aren't all good or aren't all bad. Smiling when you can, crying when you have to. It could also be that you need to be kind to someone around you as well who might be going through this. So if this is not you, it may be someone, a good friend or a family member that is going through this kind of a feeling as well. But the important message with this is that this too is going to pass, and that things aren't all bad. They will come back to a better time for you, and it's going to happen quite soon, I feel. Something that was being denied you was for your greater good, so that you can move on to something better in your life. But of course, while you're in the moment, it's important to feel what you need to feel, grieve, and then work through the emotions. always with an optimistic attitude that there's something better for you coming along. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Let's take a look at pile number 3, the Malachite stone. We'll start with the crystal angels. And we have the card of ametrine. Now, ametrine is about balancing your masculine and your feminine energies, allowing your more feminine side to creatively inspire you and your more masculine side to give you confidence. Now, of course, we all have both a masculine and feminine side to us, and the card comes up whenever you find yourself stuck in your more masculine energy because of a competitive or stressful work or family situation. You might feel like you have to do battle, or you may feel that you need to be extra vigilant. Yet there's also time to balance that more masculine energy with the nurturing energy of the feminine. Balancing the masculine and feminine is very essential for health and effectiveness in life. The more feminine energy is, of course, the energy of yin receipt. It inspires ideas and creative insights, and the masculine energy puts those ideas into motion, card of action. Both are equally important, but too much feminine energy can lead to passivity, where dreams aren't acted upon, and also too much masculine energy, which I feel is the case here, can result in either uninspired or aggressive action. Once this balance, though, is achieved, you'll find that stress levels can be reduced and you'll be much better able to relax, especially if you get home, if you're doing some kind of battle here in your workplace, if you can get away from that kind of feel more centered, more balanced, that will help with stress levels. Now let's take a look at the tarot. Okay, we've got the 3 of coins, so it could very well be in the workplace. And the 7 of wands. Yeah, there's that battle, that feeling like you're constantly battling something. And we also have the 3 of swords. I want to start right in the center, because this is you feeling like you're up against the world, like you're struggling against the tide, that people are either attacking you on some level, or that you constantly feel the need to compete with that 7 of wands. Now, it could be that it's in a workplace situation. It does feel it has a work element to it. So you're busy doing your work, you're trying to do your best, but at the same time you feel like there is a boss or some co-workers around you who are causing you a lot of pain. Stress, I'm picking it up as exhaustion, as a feeling that you're constantly under some kind of attack verbally. And there's a feeling here of that's what's bringing out this aggression. You feel like you at work you need to be aggressive all the time. It could be just that you're in a line of work which calls you to be have that aggressive energy. You could be someone who has to compete for business. You could be a lawyer. You could be someone here who has to go to battle for other people. And the energy around this is kind of wearing you down. Let's take a look and see what the Chrysalis Tarot has to say. We've got the 2 of Spirals and Herne the Hunter, the Chariot card. Okay, so I get this as choosing your battles wisely, choosing where to put your efforts. When we speak of the 2 of Spirals, it is literally about making a choice. And it's a choice between, well, in this case I feel 2 pathways, 2 options to go. And with Herne the Hunter, with that one, I get it as focus. You know, when you see this card, you'll see him, he's got that kind of wild energy about him. So again, I get that masculine, overcoming the obstacles, a lot of drive, a lot of determination. he symbolizes the dogged might of willpower to overcome obstacles. And his helmet here sports majestic horns of the red stag. So it's very masculine energy. He's lord of the forest. And here it's a feeling that it's driving your success and also offering you an affirmative response to a specific job. So I do feel that this is a choice that you're making here, a choice that you're making, and you feel in order to be successful, you have to be I get very dogmatic, very controlled kind of aggression. It's not aggression that is it's not out of control. What I mean by that is that it seems that part of your job is you needing to show that aggressive side, but it's in order for you to feel to feel successful, to get ahead. It seems like you feel like you have to have that. It's a choice that you've made. That's what I'm getting from Spirit. But it's at the same time, it's exhausting you. It's exhausting you. Okay. Now, at this point, I'd like to pause here for a moment and have you think of a question related to this reading. If you'd like to pause the video and have a think about it, then please do. And I will let you know when I'm about to turn over the answer cards. Okay. I'm about to turn over the answer cards here from Spirit. 2 came out for this, so I'm going to pull both of them. We have the card of looking for a sign, and we have within the next few weeks. So whatever question you're asking here, the answer is that a sign will come within the next few weeks that is going to give you to look out for a sign, to look out for some kind of message here from Spirit that will give you your answer. Now, the message from Spirit overall is affirmation for acceptance, and that has an air energy to it. So, and I do get quite a bit of air energy around this one. Affirmation for acceptance. I get that as accepting how things are. I think that that's the choice that you're having to make. Yeah, I feel like it's you having to realize that this is the choice that you've made in your particular career, and that this is how things are. Of course, the serenity prayer comes to mind. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. And sometimes there are circumstances and realities that we can't alter. And I feel it's whatever this is. It could be an illness, it could be a broken relationship, it could be a job. But there are plenty of things in our lives that we can't fix. It can be difficult not to keep fighting, but sometimes battling the unchangeable just uses up time and energy that would be better used in more productive ways. So it's about acceptance. Accepting the things that we cannot change. For a practical exercise here, one thing you can do is you can write a list, and on one side list all the things that you don't like about your life, that you have some control over. Now you can look at those and make some kind of concrete plans for how to change them. But on the other side, you can list the things about your life that you cannot change, that make you unhappy, that you have no control over whatsoever. And then give some thought to how much of your energy is going toward being perhaps angry or frustrated about those things. How much time you spend fighting the impossible or complaining about a situation that you cannot change. But once you've contemplated that for a while, you really have to kind of rip up that side of the list and say, well, there's nothing I can do about that. I just have to accept it. So something that you need to simply accept. I feel that you probably know what it is already. You just need a little bit of a nudge here to let go. But whatever it is, there's a need to be kind to yourself and to stop fighting. Take a deep breath, admit that there are some battles that you can't win, and move on. And for some of you, it has to do with the way things are in a particular workplace. And it may be that you're seeking an answer here, that a sign will come to you within the next few weeks that will make things clearer in your mind. But it's certainly about you, I feel, needing to ease up a little bit for your own sake on the physical exertion, or the picking it up as some kind of battle, some anger, some aggression. And for a lot of you, it has to do with something that you are trying to achieve results with. It may be a workplace that you are really needing to compete hard for people to notice you, to notice your efforts, and you're really pushing hard for success, but it's taking all of your energy to do so. And there's something about this situation that you're just simply being asked to accept that you can't change the outcome. So let's move on to pile number 4. Let's take a look at pile number 4, which is the quartz or rock crystal. Starting with the crystal angels, we have the card of Angelite. This is about a spiritual or religious community, joining with like-minded people for friendship and increased spiritual growth. Now, it doesn't have to be, of course, a religious community. It could be any kind of a grouping of people in which you feel a sense of belonging. So you might have been feeling lonely. The card comes to you as guidance to connect you with like-minded people in a setting which feels comfortable. It could be that you've received an inner call to attend some kind of group that aligns with your beliefs. The card confirms that this is true divine guidance and encourages you to take the needed action steps. So here I do feel that it's about finding a communal setting to provide support and friendship. Now let's take a look and see what the tarot cards have to say. We have the Queen of Swords. In the centre we have the Seven of Cups. And we also have the Two of Cups. Lovely. So right in the centre here, the Seven of Cups, I do feel that this is really about, I feel it's about emotional opportunity, especially with this Two of Cups. Finding love, finding support amongst many different options in a group environment. So I feel that there is some kind of spiritual, some kind of component to this where you feel you're with a group of people. It could just be a group of friends. And I feel that love comes as a result of this group. You find the one, or you find someone that is a soulmate. And for you, I do feel that you've come through a period of pain, of hurt in the past, but you've come out the other side with wisdom. I get maturity as well. And now there is a sense of finding love in a place where you feel you're in a group of like-minded people, people who share your beliefs, who share your ethics. Let's take a look at the Chrysalis Tarot. We have the Nine of Spirals and the Wheel of Fortune. So we're talking again about positive changes. And the Nine of Spirals, it speaks of perseverance. You'll see this wind blower here, captain of the four winds. He's blowing these spirals in the direction of the four winds. And the circling ravens above him symbolize the cardinal winds, north, south, east and west, which represent energies of change. Wind, of course, is the great cosmic organizer. So the Nine of Spirals here is about change and persevering through change. Like all nines, of course, this card signals completion of efforts and success. So I get it's a time of you going through some changes in your life, and it's positive change. Positive change with this wheel. When we speak about the wheel, with that one I do feel it's about consequence. Reminding you that life resembles this wheel here, this constant motion. The devotional figure in this particular card is Fortuna, the goddess of fate and luck. And attaining destiny, wheel's highest desire for you involves life cycles of action and consequence. So I do feel here that there is an unexpected event, something happening here around a group of like-minded people, which brings positive change in love. Wow. So let's take a look, and at this point I'd like to pause for a moment and have you think of a question to ask Spirit in relation to this reading. Feel free to pause the video if you'd like to think of the question, and I will let you know when I'm about to deal these two cards here, and they will show the answers to your question. Okay, so I'm pulling over the answer cards now from Spirit. We have romance, and we also have a year from now. Okay, so within the next year, there will be romance heading your way, new romance. I feel that you've been through a time of perhaps being a little bit alone, perhaps something that you didn't feel ready for. But as a result of you opening up, joining some kind of like-minded communal energy here, a community here, people who share your beliefs, an opportunity arises for romance, and I feel that it's a very good one because we have the soulmate card here, and we also have the card of romance. Now let's have a look from the Everyday Witch Oracle, what your message is here from Spirit, and we have the card of Imagine and Envision. And it's interesting that we have that right in the center as well with that Seven of Cups, which also asks you to spend some time imagining what true love looks like to you, what your soulmate looks like. Because I feel that this has an energy of calling in your soulmate, which is a very lovely energy. New love after a time of being hopeful. So I really love the energy here. And when we talk about this card, imagination is at the core of life, you know. If you're working towards some sort of goal, you have to be able to imagine it first. So I feel that you're imagining the type of person that you'd like to be involved with, who you'd like to call in, and you're coming up with some kind of image, an image that represents that love to you. It's using imagination and visualization. And I do feel that with this one, it's a reminder to use that imagination, not to limit the solutions to any kind of problem because you can't imagine possibilities. If there's been feelings of discouragement, now is the time to dream big. To dream big about your future, and especially when it comes to love, because I get a major love component here. So let your imagination roam, see what comes up, join any kind of groups here of people that share your beliefs, and I feel that in about a year from now, there will be a new person in your life, that one who is going to be a soulmate, a soul bond. So beautiful energy. Thanks everyone. I hope that you enjoyed the pick a card reading. If you would like to like, share and subscribe, please do that. I'll be doing these the pick a cards once a month So please do enjoy those. And I have the love readings up for September right now, so check those out as well. And I'll be putting up the general readings soon for September as well. Those will be going up in a week or two, so please be sure to check those out. Wishing you the best, guys. Take care and bye for now.